Hey yo, how's it going, guys? This is Quinn here today. This is Reddit Reads day number 3. This is gonna be Am I the Butthole? So this is next Reddit is by u/timely mix 6119. Am I the butthole for calling my son's teacher a drama queen over her objection to his shirt? We will see. This is a medium-sized one. I think it's a little long, but who knows. Alright, I got a call from his school saying that he was asked to cover up his shirt. He had to turn it inside out and not to wear it again. I was baffled. He's 10. The principal said that his teacher took offense to it and sent him to the office. I asked him why they thought it was offensive, and he didn't want to answer and just said the teacher is offended. Enough. He was wearing a shirt that said parental advisory. Oh my god, he was wearing a shirt that said parental advisory explicit lyrics. I thought it was funny because it reminded me of the stickers on the CDs in the back of the 1990s when I was a kid. My son liked the design, and I explained to that principal, and he laughed because he's an 80s, 90s kid. And no, I'm not some raunchy dad. I'm quite a square. And my son is a sweetheart. The teacher brought it up in a follow-up email and just replied that she was a total drama queen. And I just replied that she was a total drama queen. Alright, update. She replied back saying that my comment was uncalled and her objection to the shirt was that it has, at the very least, borderline offensive, akin to wearing a Death Row Records shirt. She cited today's climate where someone else would take a bigger offense, and she had to look out for the school community as a whole. That made me laugh because the hardest thing my son listens to is Foo Fighters or the Wizard of Oz soundtrack. Alright, that's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard. Foo Fighters or the Wizard of Oz soundtrack. Ear rape warning. The Wizard of Oz soundtrack. Alright, the shirt was sarcastic. Update 2. She sent my son home not with a school dress code memo, but a classroom dress code memo. Or memo. I'm an idiot for saying memo. Oh my god, I am such a zoomer. Okay. To which she highlighted that any dress that supports vulgarity and obscenity, explicitity, or implicity is not allowed. This would be funny if I weren't sad. I don't know whether to taunt her or leave it alone. No, you're not at all. That 0 out of 5 buttholes. No. That's the most funniest thing I've ever heard. Don't leave her alone. Keep bugging her. That teacher is a drama queen. Enough said. Let your kid wear ear rape warning. Whatever shirt he wants. I say that. Whatever shirt he wants. Okay. Let's find our next one. Here, let me just check this one is not... This one's a little too long. Okay. Would I be the butthole if I told my neighbor that her sleeping patterns are not my problem? I already have the answer to this, and it's no. Alright, for context, my partner and I live in a crappy Brooklyn apartment on the 2nd floor. We are 2 lesbians in our 30s, not exactly rowdy or noisy. Lately, our downstairs neighbor has been coming up all hours of the day to complain about hearing us walking around. We've been working from home, so I guess she can hear us more than usual? Yesterday, she came upstairs at 9 a.m. and complained that we were walking around above her bedroom and she couldn't sleep. I guess she works nights or something, but I feel like 9 a.m. is not that early during a work week. Her entire complaint seems based on the fact that we exist and walk around in our apartment as opposed to hovering, I guess. I'm not confrontational, But I feel like she knew what she was getting into living on the first floor in an old building. I don't know what else I can do. I didn't ask her to work nights, and it's not my fault that walking in my apartment that I pay for makes sound. So non-biased Reddit. Would I be the butthole if I told her it's not my problem instead of just empty apologizing? Ear rape warning. It's not your problem. Walk around. I mean, you own it, don't you? Or like you're paying rent and stuff, so you live there. Walk around. I mean, unless I'm missing something here, but to my knowledge, no one can hover yet. If you could, though, that'll be amazing. You'll have to show me. But yeah, no, she is. It's her fault. If anything, I'd say have a tap dancing off with one of your friends. Alright, let's see. Am I the butthole for not paying for my ex-coworker's meal when he invited me out? Okay. So I started a new job about 2 months ago, making a lot more money than before. Due to the position in the company and the new available public info, a lot of my ex-coworkers knew the ballpark figure I was making. And an ex-coworker I never really talked too much to called me and asked if I wanted to grab lunch. I accepted. When we got to the restaurant, he started ordering food, and I started to notice that he was ordering pricey stuff on the menu. I got a small meal as the company I work for offers free lunch, and I didn't want to burn my money on a meal when I could get similar food for free as soon as I go back to work. He starts talking about how he's not making that much money and that he has too many high bills. He has too many high bills while this man's is ordering everything expensive on this menu. Like, you are literally showing off your money by ordering that stuff. And then you say, so I'm not making that much money right now. That's dumb. He starts talking about how he's not making that much money and that he has too many high bills. I asked him if it was due to the Mustang GT he just bought. He got it fully loaded, and it was like a $62,000 car. And he said that it's his dream car and that he's always wanted it. So he thought it was worth it. After that, I told him if he thought... Oh, my bad. After that, I told him if he was willingly bought an expensive toy, he should be looking at his bills, but should be concerned with an almost $1,000 monthly payment on something he bought when he knew he couldn't really afford it. Yeah, that's dumb. Buying something when you can't afford it, that's weird. Okay. We go into casual chit-chat, and I realize that I have to get back to work and ask for my check. He kind of looks at me weird when I ask for my check. Then he looks kind of upset. I assumed it was because I had to leave and he was enjoying the convo until he says, "Wow, you were best friends with the guy for 3 years, and when he comes successful, he forgets everything you told him and becomes a money hoarder. I told you I'm having financial problems, and you're just gonna hang me out to dry dinner." Oh my god, this man's. You invited her. Ear rape warning. You invited her, dude. Okay, I got super mad and told him we never really talked when we worked together, and we're not in the same team for us to have become close. I also told him it's not my fault that he keeps buying the most expensive things he can, the most expensive things that he can see, and that he does not think about how he will be able to afford anything before he buys it. He called me an a-hole, and I told him he never should have tried to stay in contact with me. Am I the butthole in this situation? No, you're not. That man expected you to pay for a meal that he was ordering everything pricey on that he invited you to. If anything, I bet he probably thought it was a date, so yeah. Nope, you're not. That's just all I have to say. And that was by Happily Depressed 123. Let's see. No, I didn't mean to do that. One sec. Sorry, guys. Am I the butthole for not wanting to name my daughter after my husband's late wife? The situation is horrible. Oh, by the way, this is by throwaway 3331409. The situation is horrible. I'm literally losing sleep over this. My husband, 36 me. I don't really know. Okay. My husband lost his late wife to cancer. They were married for just 3 years, and he still has contact and a very good relationship with her family, which is a good thing. I met him about a year after his wife's death. We dated casually for a few months till he told me about his feelings and wanted to be in a serious relationship with me. We've been married for 6 months now, and I'm 18 weeks pregnant with a baby girl. Congratulations. My husband decided to name our daughter after his late wife right after we got back from the ultrasound appointment with the doctor. His dead wife is what he wants to name the baby after. His dead wife. This man's weird, but okay. He started discussing this. It was not okay for him to decide without even talking to me. Yeah, that's not really, you're kind of growing it inside your stomach. And 9 months later, you're going to go through excruciating pain. Yeah, that wasn't really cool of him. Okay. We started discussing this. It was not okay for him to decide without even talking to me. I wanted us to start looking for trendy names, but he declined, and he insisted on going with his late wife's name. I was so mad I couldn't even call Mom to give her the happy news. I tried approaching him again, but he told me that I was just hating the name because of what it meant to him. He literally started calling her with that name. And to make matters worse, he contacted her family and told them he was going to name our daughter after her. Not cool, man. That was a dick move. Not cool. Don't do that. Not cool. When he told me that, I was so upset. I yelled at him for not even considering what I get to say in this, but he doubled down, saying it wouldn't have been possible without him. So he has the right to name our baby after his late wife and wouldn't accept any other name. I'm stressing out. I feel awful. Not to mention he actually thinks that my feelings don't matter one bit and his late wife's family are clearly more important. Silent treatment is his way of getting me to apologize, but I'm so hurt by this treatment, and I can't just have him go with that name. Am I the asshole here? No. No. No, you're not. No. That was painful reading that he wanted to do that. No. And that move that he pulled, well, it wouldn't have happened without me. Yeah, no. Horrible. No, I don't like him. You are not. Alright. Let's read this. Am I the butthole for telling my friend the reason why everyone cuts her off? So my friend T and I have known each other since high school. We aren't super close, but a year ago we started playing games together, and we've gotten a bit closer. The thing is, though, that she's an extremely annoying person, almost toxic. Like, she gets mad over the tiniest, dumbest things in the game. Throws a tantrum, blocks me everywhere, and then comes apologizing. I usually always ignore this stuff because I feel bad for her since she really doesn't have that many friends. Yesterday, me and T and my other friend, M, were on our gaming group chat, and she started spamming us asking if we want to play. She always does this, and if you don't reply within 5 seconds, she gets mad. So M joked around and said something like, "Relax, stop spamming." And this set her off. She got so mad, and she sent a long, rude-ass message. In the last sentence, she said something along the lines of, I don't want to play with a bunch of rude racial slur. Anyways, me and Em are the same race. This was the last straw for me, to be honest, because what type of friend says that stuff? Me and M started a match without her completely shocked by what she said, and that's when T realized she messed up. She started spamming me and apologizing with how she didn't mean it, etc., etc. So, in response, I sent her a bunch of mean replies. At the end, I said something like, don't you see a pattern here? Maybe that's why all your friends avoid you. Oh, putting the hammer down, sis. Putting the hammer down. This is where I think I might have been too mean, because she's basically lost all friends because she used to have an HS, and recently only her close friend also started avoiding her. And she would always complain to me saying, I don't know what I did wrong. That is complete BS. I mean, like. She called you a racial slur. Well, she said something like a racial slur that wasn't cool. So that's probably why. I feel really bad because I think she genuinely has issues, but she's such an insufferable person, and the fact that she just says stuff like that and thinks it has no consequences makes me mad. She hasn't replied since then. I really need some perspective. Was I the butthole? And should I apologize and say that it's best to end our friendship? Alright, so this is a little tough one for me, because something like this is kind of happened to me before. But it really just depends, you know. Like, do you like her as a friend or whatnot? But honestly, I'd probably say it's best to do that. It wasn't really cool that she said that to you, and it never should be. So I'd say it's just best to call it where it is there. So yeah, but you do you. So it has nothing to do. And that was by I'm sorry, I can't find it again, but I'm pretty sure I already credited it. Alright, let's see if I can find another one. Am I the butthole being honest? Never mind, no, that is too long. That is like 35 paragraphs long. My bad. Alright. Am I the butthole? Oh, I already know the answer to this. It's a little inappropriate one. I'm just gonna read it though, cause yeah. Am I the butthole for saying my wife should have enlarged her BBs? You know what I mean. Alright, my sister and I are arguing. I don't think I'm the butthole, but my sister said that I'm a butthole and my wife deserves better. My wife had a double mastectomy and reconstruction within the last 6 months. She really struggled the first few months with insecurity. When she was going to get the reconstruction done, I told her I really wanted her to get them bigger. She did, and while I was bummed, I didn't say anything about it to her. My parents and my sister came over today, and I saw her for the first time since her surgeries. My mom was saying how she looked exactly the same and joking, and I was like, right? She could have had an insurance paid BB job. Apparently, that was a bad thing to say. My wife started crying and said that it was a dick move for me to have suggested it in the first place, knowing how insecure she felt, and it sucked I was still hung up on it. My sister jumped all over my butt. I was such a butthole, and my wife could do better. I said my wife was just being emotional, And now even my dad's mad at me for when I asked what I said that was wrong. My dad says he didn't raise a moron. Was what I said really offensive? Oh my god. Yeah, no. Okay, this is all I have to say about this. This was by throwaway 298-754. Yes, you are. 5 out of 5 buttholes. That is a horrible thing to say, making your wife even more insecure. Do not do that, man. And your dad even said he raised you better than that. That's not cool. You are better than that. I guarantee you. Don't do that again. First comment says, yes, you are the butthole. Imagine you had a surgery done on your wing. It'd be quite embarrassing, right? I'm sure you wouldn't want anyone teasing you about it. Now imagine that surgery involved removing your and replacing it with a prosthetic. You'd feel pretty broken, right? That's your manhood gone. You'd probably feel a lot less attractive after going through that. Not to mention feeling like you've lost a part of yourself. Now imagine your wife asks to get a bigger prosthetic rather than going on with your original size. That would suck. Not only have you been through invasive surgery and lost a big part of yourself, but now your wife is telling you you're unattractive and we're too small for her. Like even before the surgery. And that's how you've made your wife feel. A bit of empathy would go a long way. I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Alright. Let me find another one. Let me see how long we've been doing this for. We've been doing it for roughly 22 minutes. I'm going to give you guys a little extended one. Let's give you another one. Let us see. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm not going to read this one, but it's like 5 really, really massive paragraphs. And it's from Decent Yellow 8. Am I the butthole for not wanting to play D&D until he changes his character? This person wrote like 5 massive paragraphs on that. You must have been really great in school. Am I the butthole for snapping at my sister? I'm 14, the youngest out of 3 daughters. My 2 older sisters, 16 and 18, are quite different. 16 is nice, introverted, and we like the same things. 18, however, is very bossy and very extroverted. Honestly, I hate her. Simply just because she has made my life a living hell. I don't like drama, so usually if someone is having a bad day, I will go out of my way to avoid people and not piss them off more. But 18 likes to rile people up. She would do things to purposely drop something and blame it on someone else, then cry if they say, "But I didn't do it." Oh my god, you did it just then. She's a bit of a crybaby and snaps at my parents often, but they overlook it because she's the older sister. God, I that's so annoying. Okay. But isn't it the other way around? Shouldn't it be like the parents always believe the younger one? Very recently, I've been going through a couple changes in my life. I cut my hair really short. I used to have hair past my butt, but now it's shorter than my pinky, whatever. But now it's shorter than my pinky. Okay. And started to have a bit of a style change. I wore dresses because she said like I looked like a beautiful woman, female dog, because I looked like a female dog. I never wore shorts because I was an attention seeker. Now I'm a bit more open, and I like to wear things that make me more feminine. Even if I have a masculine hair, 18 kept judging me every time I did something wrong and started to really annoy me. Why did you cut your hair so short again? I cut it a bit longer before, but kept trimming it down. It makes you look ugly. Why do you like wearing those pants? It's like you're not. That's not how you wear them. Why do you keep dressing up like that stuff makes you look gay? She's very against LGBT plus stuff. And it keeps getting worse and worse. She would even call me things like a groom's bride is a whore. I turned in. Sorry, like a WHORE. Haha. Every time she saw me and take photos of me to send to the group chats she's in. Eventually, during dinner a couple days ago, she said something about my hair again, and I finally snapped and said, "I'm not cutting my hair for you to appreciate. I did it because I like it. Could you please shut the crap up for once?" And she started screaming at me and broke a bowl. My parents keep telling me to apologize, but I don't. I don't think I should, considering the fact that she's been doing this for more than 10 years. Am I the butthole for snapping at my sister? No, you are not. Keep snapping at her. Slap her in the face for all I care. She is not cool. I don't like her. No. Do what you want. Do what you want. That's all I care about, okay? Be yourself. And if she calls you those slurs and bad names, all you have to say is 2 simple words. I think you can guess what those are. Well, thank you guys for watching this stream. This was one of my longer ones, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, family.